New questions about the former CEO of JEA, Zahn, and why he's allowed to leave the country despite now facing federal charges. The judge is allowing him to go on a previously scheduled vacation to the Bahamas. Zahn and the former CFO, Aaron Wanamaker, are accused of conspiring to make millions in personal profit through exploring a sale of JEA. News4Jax reporter Jim Pickett was in the courtroom yesterday and tried to get Zahn to talk about the case and about his release on bond.
I've talked to you many times before in the past.
Former JEA CEO Aaron Zahn had nothing to say to me or others when he left the federal courthouse. I was asking about the case. During the short court proceeding, Zahn and former JEA Chief Financial Officer Ryan Wanamaker both pleaded not guilty to fraud and conspiracy charges. The judge laid out the rules about their release from custody while they wait for the May 2nd trial. Each is now out on a $100,000 bond, but they didn't have to pay anything up front. That's standard in these types of federal cases. Their travel is restricted to the continental U.S., with one exception for Zahn that some found surprising. In court, we learned that Zahn had a family vacation planned for the Bahamas next week, and the judge will allow him to go.
And in federal court cases, it's usually the custom that people have to turn in their passports so they don't leave the country. Yesterday, Ryan Wanamaker did turn his passport over to court officials. Zahn did not.
That decision has prompted heated discussion among News4Jax insiders and Instagram followers. For example, Angry Muppet said, "Family vacation in the Bahamas? Seriously?" And one insider sounded off about a former federal case involving two Jacksonville City Council members, Reggie Brown and Katrina Brown, both found guilty of fraud charges in 2019. Truth Hurts 15 says, "Wonder if Reggie or Katrina Brown would have been allowed to take a vacation out of the country in the midst of their indictments. White privilege matters." But according to attorney Curtis Fallgatter, who is also a former federal prosecutor, allowing this type of travel is something permitted in a case involving financial crimes or what some call white-collar crime.
So it's not unusual.
No, not unusual for a white-collar case. If it was a big-time drug case, that'd be something else, and they probably wouldn't get conditions of release. Here they got conditions of release. So it's not unusual for them to be permitted to carry on their life, their business, pending the trial proceedings.
Fallgatter adds that since the two turned themselves in and have been aware of the 2-year federal investigation beforehand, they're not considered a flight risk. And the judge did say once Zahn returns from the trip, he must surrender his passport. Jim Pickett, Channel 4, the local station.